Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on some fairly new character biographies, descriptions that have been posted to the AMC website. We're going to be going through them, going to be talking about them and doing some short kind of predictions or just kind of giving our thoughts. Okay, so I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check these out, as they are pretty sweet. There's some cool different pictures in that if you guys are into wallpapers or whatever, and of each character. And then we've got some full bios that we can go ahead and read for each character and kind of where we're going to see them at for The Walking Dead Season 6. So this was viewer requested. A good number of people asked me to go ahead and give my thoughts on these, and you guys know I get around to it. If not right away, I can get around to it maybe the next week or in a few days later. If enough people ask, I can get around to it. So the first one, of course, is going to be Rick. So Rick Grimes. Rick is a wartime leader transitioning to the more peaceful world of Alexandria has been challenging to Rick. None of the Alexandrians know what it takes to survive in this new world. Sadly, if you have something worth protecting, trouble always finds a way of getting in. Rick's ability to lead will be put into question. So I like that part, will be put into question. That kind of reminds me of like maybe back in season 3 after he lost Lori, where they kind of formed a council, even though in the TV series it didn't come through as smoothly as it did in the comic book series, where you could kind of clearly see that they were having these council meetings and stuff. And you could kind of tell in the TV series as well in season 4 and that. Season 4, I mean, not really season 3. And then, of course, when the governor attacks, he kind of has to take back over as the leader again. But, cool. So we haven't really seen inner turmoil in the group with characters kind of, fisticuffs, killing each other, fighting, aside from maybe also season 4 with Tyrese. And then, of course, Shane earlier on in the series when you see kind of the two of them fighting. Now, even though in Alexandria we've seen a little bit, I have read some other descriptions of the season which talk more about the possibility of there being some kind of inner turmoil within the Alexandria group inside. So that's something that we're probably looking at, is a lot of the Alexandrians being pissed off that Rick is in charge. And of course, if he's in charge of the entire thing and something goes wrong, they're going to blame him for the whole damn thing, right? Of course, as you would suspect. So there's the bio for Rick. Pretty cool. Excited to see the whole Morgan versus Rick angle and how much of that they actually show. They kind of played it up quite a bit in the trailer. And even though it seems to me at least like they're kind of manufactured part of that, it seems like that we're at least going to see some of it based on all these different descriptions that I've read so far. Even in the casting call for Paul Monroe, we saw stuff like that. Next one, of course, is Daryl, number 2. I'd say number 2. Even though he was voted the most fan favorite character, the most popular character in the show, I'd still say kind of Rick is, your lead. Rick is your Walking Dead character. He's the one who's on all the covers. He's the front. He's the leader. It's just what it is. But Daryl, really cool. So we've got a new picture of Norman Reedus here. Daryl is a rare example of someone who became a better version of himself in the apocalypse. Alexandria reminds him of the society that once rejected him. Maybe that's why he leaves so much and he kind of wants to go off on his own. He's kind of embraced a new world more than I think the previous, regular society, the regular one. I guess he's more appreciated, more accepted. We've seen that in season 4, how he's kind of like a celebrity sort of, and that's the way they kind of had it designed, where he's helping out the group and everything, and people just love him. Aaron taking Daryl on scouting missions gives him a new purpose, as he believes there is still a world worth saving beyond your immediate friends and family. And I think we're going to see more and more of that over the seasons, where they use Daryl or Norman Reedus is kind of a field leader for his own section, and he kind of goes his own way. You have Rick and the others that maybe they have their thing, and then Daryl goes off in other places, and just really gives you a good mix in the episodes and allows them to kind of put in a few episodes with Norman Reedus sort of as the lead throughout the season, like we saw in season 5 with Daryl and Carol there, and even with Still, even though that was their worst episode ever with Beth. But, you guys get what I'm saying. We get to see that other perspective. So we have Glenn. Glenn chose not to kill Nicholas last season, showing his leadership has taken on the better attributes of Herschel and Rick. And I would put in capitals for Herschel, because I think he's closer to Herschel than he is to Rick, not being able to kill Nicholas thus far, when Rick probably would have himself. He will do what it takes to protect people while staying true to the person he has always been, which has caused him some pain. I think he really just needs to let go. Herschel didn't survive. Not really his own fault, but, I would also put Dale in here, too. Dale and Herschel and Rick. Even though in the TV series version, Herschel kind of took up Dale's comic book series role. But yeah, we're interested to see what happens with Glenn, whether or not he kind of stays the way he is, or if he kind of, goes a little bit further with regards to that. So this one's good. Morgan. Yeah, let's read about Morgan, because I'm most excited character for season 6 to see what they do with Morgan now, because he's never really been part of the group, so this will be really exciting to see. Morgan is a changed man from whom we last saw. He is incredibly mysterious, great at stick fighting. Nice. Stick fighting, excellent. Yet he no longer wants to kill. He actively preaches his new mantra of salvation. Rick will test Morgan's new life philosophy and compassionate attitude. Morgan will be tempted repeatedly to slip back into the killer he once was. Very cool. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he does, especially with the Wolves. If they attack again and you already gave them one chance, and if he defeats them again, at that point, I would say, you know what, you already gave him a chance. That's it. You gotta end it. So we'll see what happens with him, and if he's able to do that, and if it'll make him slip back, if he's got a hard commitment that he never wants to kill again, I guess we'll see where he's at. It'll be interesting. Carl. So I like the comparison. You look at Carl here, and then you look at that one from season 3. Man, crazy, right? The years, they just fly by. Carl had to become an adult at a very early age in order to survive. Now, in the safety of Alexandria, he's able to try forging friendships with peers for the first time since the prison. Carl wants Alexandria to work and has assimilated very well, but he's still the son of Rick, and that makes him a target. Ooh, I like this one right here, a target. That's nice. I do like that. So with regards to the target, I do think it's going to be interesting to see, if Carl is, somebody tries to kill him, maybe Ron, or somebody tries to shoot him, or I just like the usage of the word target. So we'll do a couple more. So we have one for Carol, which is cool. Carol still plays the role of the meek housewife to diffuse tensions in Alexandria. Troubling circumstances around their community will see that facade start to crumble. Although she comes off as cold and unaffected by the violence she's perpetrated, she starts to show how she is profoundly affected by her decisions. Well, but, she saved the group too, right? So she's kind of one of the protectors. So she's kind of got the hero thing going on. So I don't think her superego is going to have much trouble, kind of accepting her decisions and the things she's done, since it's yielded the greater good anyway and saving the group that she cares about. So then we'll do Maggie, and then we'll do Michonne, and I think we'll wrap it up there just for time. Nice. So Maggie recognizes Deanna's mission and believes in the value of Alexandria. She embraces increased responsibilities for more than just her group, because she believes in Deanna's dreams of making Alexandria a strong, good, thriving community. And this is something we're going to talk about in a video probably tomorrow or the next day, which is that they seem to be kind of going closer and closer to the Walking Dead comic book series, actually, as of late, versus a season like Season 3, for example, which strayed away from it quite a bit. Season 4 did too. Season 5 had the add-ins. Aside from that, it was much the same. But it looks like in the future, especially with regards to what they're going to do with Maggie, seems the same. Yeah. Nice. Okay, let's go on to the next one. That's nice. Okay, Michonne. All right, let's see what we got here. So Michonne picked back up her katana with reluctant acceptance that no one can leave behind the savagery of this world. She is trying to envision the next phase of societal living, a future beyond survival. No longer wanting or needing to be alone in the world, Michonne has people in her life she loves and people who love her as well. It's true. I mean, she kind of had this fantasy that as soon as they got to Alexandria, it'd just be perfect, everything would be good. But of course, as we see from the trailer for Season 6, this is The Walking Dead. Even if things are good for a while, eventually shit's going to hit the fan again. So you may never be able to fully put down your sword in a zombie apocalypse. Ever. Unless, this is like 10 or 20 years in. So there's a few more. You guys go ahead and go through them. One for Sasha, Abraham, Tara, Rosita, Eugene, Gabriel, Aaron, Deanna, some of our Alexandria rates here, Jesse and Spencer, as well as some older ones here you can check out as well too. So let me know what you guys thought about this kind of go over. Let me know if you what you think about the descriptions. You can read the rest and any predictions that you'll make based on what you see here. Yeah, just some cool pictures and you know, some fun. You guys wanted to see it, so there it is. Just kind of my thoughts on the bio descriptions for each character. Rate your comments below on what you guys think, your speculations and predictions. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share, please favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can go ahead and subscribe at the bottom left to see all kinds of more zombie apocalypse videos from me over probably the next 40 or 50 years until they, you know, take away my web camera and throw me in a retirement home. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you again for the next one. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.